back with the second match, and we are on the draw again. And it's a little greedy, but I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this hand with the two accelerators. More than likely, being on the draw, it'll be easy to kill one. But I also have a turn 3 play, so I'm not doing anything. As colors reveal, he's less likely to kill us on turn 2, which is preferable. Okay, it's probably humans. This matchup can be interesting. Ends up getting really clogged on the board, and okay, so it's not probably just green-white or Naya. Yeah, I actually like the Naya deck. Or Bant. Okay, so that's the other option. The matchup's actually very difficult, especially if he's playing Terminus. So even if I get a Conclave, Populate, he probably can just untap, sweep, and then it's back to square one. His deck's a little soft to it, but it's just the way aggro's been for a long time. A couple of Strangle Roots might help. Alright, so we got something to populate, which is nice. Alright, at this point, since I'm really just trying to get his life total down, I am going to play this before the Populate trigger, get an extra point of damage in. Kind of make him have it. Thragtusk is a little bit of a problem, but as far as life total goes, I'm not worried about the body too much. If he has a sweeper, he's there. I mean, I don't know what he would really think through. He's missing a land drop. Alright, so he's got the sweeper. So I guess I can drop Sigarda next turn. He probably, if he hits his land drop, probably plays a Thragtusk. Okay, and then if he doesn't have the other sweeper, I can hopefully get there with this Sigarda. Oh no, darn, I need the other white. It's unfortunate. Okay, so something to do. Not totally punished. Or he plays Syncopate. Or he tries to draw Syncopate. Or I've seen a lot of versions play Dissipate, so that might be a thing. I mean, this is nice, and a little bit of 3 power, but it's all meaningless as soon as he plays Thragtusk. I think I'm actually going to opt to Paladin before the Sigarda, and he's probably going to have another Sweeper, which Strangle Root will be good for, assuming he's not playing Terminus, which a lot of versions haven't been doing as much lately. Okay, so he's got nothing, and I've got nothing. I'm not going to Township. That'll take away an Undying trigger, which is probably very key. So he's going to Restoration Angel? That's fine. So now he's got a better sweep scenario. I can start Townshipping. He's probably going to cycle a Charm. I think he's digging for a sweep, maybe a Planeswalker. I guess just any good spell. The Wagtusk. Garruk. Yep, the newer versions play Garruk. Which is correct, I think. He's definitely that good. Like, I just cannot attack through this. Right, so I could tap out for Sigarda. But here you can just draw a bunch of cards and find the sweeper, so I'm gonna definitely need to take his guy out first. Profit in attacking. Well, no, he's still got an angel. Pretty bad. I mean, if he resolves Jace, I think he probably just wins, or probably any Planeswalker. Or getting back a Planeswalker, that's the thing. He's probably just got it, but I'll play it out, see if I can get a couple connects in with Sigarda. It's him finding us that, like, sweeping this is just really a game breaker. I'm not going to really be able to build up enough of an offense after that. I could hit his Garuk down to 2. Doesn't quite buy me enough time. I think I'm just going to drop Sigarda here. If I draw another white source, I can do both of these, and it would kill him if he doesn't find the answer. I think sweeping here is probably fine, which is probably what's going to happen. He's going to swing and attack, swing and sweep. So there's no point in not blocking. Or he's going to swing and then play an angel. See, if he plays main board as Zori's Charm, or the Soliciting Charm, would be a little annoying, but. Okay, so he does have the Terminus. Yeah, he's just basically there. Yeah, I think we'll concede to that. Alright, so Bant. Very tough matchup, especially running Terminus. This is obviously just good against his best sweeper, I think. I mean, Terminus is in a sense better because I'm playing this, but Core's not so good. He doesn't play enough early dudes. I want to keep Bonds of Faith in for Thragtusk because there's going to be a lot of situations where he just completely taps out for Thragtusk to stay alive and just gets him. Don't know if we need this many Pithing Needles, but his Planeswalkers are a part of the way he gets there. Can't really take any of these out. I think we can drop Needle and a Dork because they're a little bit of middle of liability. Although they do help with mana, I can't quite justify taking away cards that give me enough of an advantage to interact with him. Yes, I want to play first. This hand... if he kills this, which I don't see how he will, makes the hand terrible because there's no white, and that's the only thing I've got going on. But I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it on the play. I think a Geist on the play is fine. And if I draw the white, then I should have applied enough pressure to get there. But, you know, things can just easily go wrong. Well, how about that? So no turn 2. He's not even going to be able to charm me here. Cyclonic Rift is a little annoying. Okay, so here I think the play is to play Geist, Needle. And then I want to name Jace this early. He's the more threatening planeswalker, I think. See, I guess next turn he could get a white and have enough for a charm or Centaur Healer, which can jump in the way of any of these guys. I think I'll play Conclave instead of the Geist, because I have like being the turn ahead gives me that extra turn to do something, in a sense to make the haste a little better on one larger attack. He's just gonna have to eat the damage here. And I'm actually fine if that like ends up baiting his Syncopate. If it doesn't, then it's just awesome. I went a little too far. Alright, Jace, Architect of Thought. My dude isn't even being used for mana. I think I'd much rather him counter this than the Strangleroot. So that kind of works out okay. And I'd definitely rather him counter either of those than the Needle. So that's why it was correct to lead with the Needle. Okay, so here you can just easily have another Syncopate, so I'm going to lead with the Geist. I can pay for the 2. Alright, so we're just going to crash in. He still has no white mana for an Azorius Charm, which is nice. Can't quite kill him next turn, put him to 1. Yeah, he's got no white. Which is strange. That's like the primary color, I think. Alright, so this is lethal. I don't know, it's not lethal. Nope. Man is incorrect. I'm gonna go ahead and play it out though. Like he's nowhere near sweeping. So when he finally gets there, I'll just be. Like he needs double white. Yeah, he can't even Miracle of Terminus. So I guess next turn he can play Thragtusk, go to 6. And just, I think he dies. Alright, well, yeah, he got color screwed there, which happens. On the draw, maybe the extra Needle is good. I'm gonna be tapping out too much and he'll be too far ahead on mana, so I'd rather stop his Planeswalkers early enough in the game. For the most part, like the dorks just end up not even doing anything mana wise unless I'm having awkward situations with the guild gates, which does happen. Ugh. I don't think I can keep this, especially on the draw. And this isn't better, has the Needle, which I don't think is going to be enough against him. Here's the awkward mana situations. I mean, honestly, if one of these were white, I'd probably keep it, but it's just not good. That's better than all of them, so. Not being Arbor Elf, if I, well, more than likely I'm leaning with the Guildgate here to play Geist onto. Because, like, from like Elf go, I just play Guildgate, attack for 1. Which I don't find as profitable here. Okay, so I'm actually going to play the Conclave and then Geist attack, allowing him to probably charm the Conclave token. Then Geist survives, and if he charms the Geist, that's fine. And then obviously he could just syncopate, but I'd rather him syncopate the token, I think, than the Geist against the sweepers. This is going to be a little rough on the mulligan to 5, though. But usually, just awkward situations like that happen. It's one of the pitfalls of this kind of deck, I think. I don't know what he's possibly doing with this card. Okay, well, I don't know what he's up to. I mean, I guess it stops the Undying, if he's really that scared of it. Like, I don't even know if he has that many dead cards against me to pull that in. I think that's all it does. I can't think of, yeah. Unless there's some interaction in Standard I'm not aware of. I know there's one in Legacy, or I guess two. I think Caleb Duard was the one that did it. I guess that's fine. Takes out the Geist. I could get it back, but that's not good. Like, he's got a very narrow way of winning, and it's slow. Alright, so I'm going to play Needle rather than attack for 1. Always miss the J. This is going to be very tough to win. He is down to 3, I guess, and he terminuses, which is unfortunate, but I think it's okay. Like, could be worse. He could have a Planeswalker already up there. I'm actually going to play this out because I might draw a card eventually and probably won't end up mattering, but gotta try and kill him somehow. Okay, I'll probably start sandbagging lands at this point. Okay, so he has a spell, which sucks. Probably Thragtusk. Gonna demolish us. Garuk, that's just as bad, maybe worse. But I do have a way to answer it, I suppose. I guess it's a little better than Thragtusk. I'll probably go ahead and play him in case I'm getting dudes and draw Grove of the Guardian. Kind of gives me, like, if I don't, I'll just have to wait a turn anyway and play it out. And there's just not enough information to conceal against him to matter. Like, I think Charm would be the only possible one. At this point in the game, it's just, I can't afford to wait. Okay, but I think a land's probably worth sandbagging. I really don't have much reason not to attack here. Like, I need to try to offset as much of the Thragtusk as I can when he finally hits one. Okay, I think he just keeps getting lands too. Okay, so I have a Temple, which I'm obviously going to just play out. Doesn't do much here. Can't stop his Beast. He's probably going to stop attacking with it, I guess. Because if I like get a token to start populating, that's a big deal. So even though I can't favor blue block, I don't see him attacking here without like having some other spell to block or stop him. If he does attack, he probably has a Zori's Charm, which is I'm perfectly willing to attack into. I guess he's just racing me down here. Okay, play him main phase 1 for power. If he does have a Zori's Charm, he's gonna get way ahead on tempo here. She does not. Okay, so bluffing here, I'm not sure how profitable it would be. Like, it would only give away that I have... I mean, I guess it's better for him to think I have a charm than nothing at all, so... Gonna think and opt not to. Just pass. So now Angel seems worse. I don't think he'll just sandbag an Angel through it, but at least he doesn't just think I have a land. I mean, that's the only card that really would matter. So he would either play around it or not. Now he would at least try to play around it. Okay, so if he attacks here and I draw a guy, I can attack through that. Should expect him to attack here because he just got... Nope, okay. So he doesn't want me attacking through it. It's unfortunate. There's nothing really here worth taking down. So we just have to kind of pass. The longer the game goes, though, he gets much better. This is really unfortunate. Like, he does luckily keep top decking just nothing, and we're not doing much better, but I think his top decks are way more live than ours, having Planeswalkers and Angels. Okay, so we've got something. He doesn't let us attack through. He's obviously just going to block. He'll double block, actually. But I could O-ring the token and then attack, make him block, play a dude. I mean, as soon as he gets a Planeswalker, that's a waste. I don't know if I want to waste the charm on that either. So, I want to be proactive. Like, it's just really bad not doing anything against this big of a control deck with all those large spells late in the game. And this might help me against an Angel. Well, they both do, actually. I think it is worth hitting him. I'm just going to gamble. And then I'm going to attack with everything. And if he blocks here, make a dude up to 4 power, takes 2. If he blocks here, make a dude populate. So, and then obviously he could just charm me, but of course, he technically knows we have the charm. So I'm not going to risk playing this before Populate, actually, because I want to play around Zori's Charm. So I'm going to let the Populate trigger. I'm actually going to do it this time, which might be a little bit of a trap. Like, he could just syncopate it, but he doesn't. Maybe he's bluffing a lot. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of a present board. He might just be wanting me to do that for a sweeper. Like, I could have just fallen for that, but I mean, I'm not sure if not doing anything was any better than playing into a sweeper. I mean, technically, if he actually ends up having the sweeper, it was correct, because then I would just have 2 spells in my hand for whatever he happens to have later. But beyond that, I'm not seeing the profit. Okay, so I guess I just attack with everything but the elf. He could block and Azorius Charm a token, but since I have 2 cards in my hand, I don't see him doing that. I think he's just going to try and absorb as much life as he can. He could Azorius Charm a token, block, and trade. That'd be bad. But it would leave me with 3 power, I guess. Yeah, could be worse. Okay, so he just takes the damage. I mean, as close as we're getting, like, he could just... Any big spell he draws is just going to swing the game way in his favor. Like this one. course, if I top deck a Bonds of Faith here, that is just awesome. Not quite. It doesn't quite let me attack through his Thragtusk either. It will put me at a 5/5. And then he would take 7, I suppose, if he blocks this. This is really what's keeping me alive, I think. Not like life total, but alive in playing the game. He's definitely going to try and counter this. Or succeed in countering it, I guess. Okay, so now we got to think of our attacks. Just attacking with tokens doesn't seem really that good because it just weakens the temple. Just passing seems bad too. If he blocks and trades with the temple and takes 5 down to 6, leaves him with the 3/3. I need to optimize my chances of winning, and I think I'd rather just wait and see if I can find some kind of answer and press enough damage through, because this can easily put me far enough ahead to kill him on a swing back if he tries to do anything. Jace would be okay. Notice, yeah, he can't use Jace. Maybe that's what's in his hand. Angel Serenity is pretty bad. Like, if I end up just not doing anything and he just takes all my stuff away, that's bad. But if he ends up having nothing and he gets enough advantage, that's also bad because I don't have a 3-power beast. So I think we just need to pass it and try and draw something. I'm a little surprised on how close this ended up being because our hand was very bad, but his draws were very bad, so I guess it works out. If he swings here, he's obviously got something. So he doesn't. I'm gonna draw Pithing Needle. Ugh. Not the card I wanted. I think we just obviously named Garuk here. Oh, GA. Alright, so that's helping taking his win conditions down. Still can't really attack into that. It was just the same dilemma as last turn. But I guess that was better than just land go. Okay, so that's probably one of the better cards to draw here. I can easily attack through it. I mean, if he counters it, then he counters it. I mean, playing lane here doesn't help me against Syncopate, so I'm just going to play it out. I'm hoping he has like Garuk and Jason's hand. That'd be awesome. Kind of, I guess. I mean, if he spheres one, then that sucks, but I think he's going to play a big Syncopate. 1, 2, so he just Syncopates for 3, yeah. I mean, had I played a land or lands over the turn, he has plenty to Syncopate. Or he's bluffing. Okay, so he's got the Syncopate, which is fine. Still not going to attack into that. I mean, it's the identical situation. He's not at such a low life total where those extra few points are going to help. It just puts him ahead, I think. Second Thragtusk is problematic, but a lot of the cards I could draw, like another Paladin, would actually be fine. I don't think double blocking would help him enough. How about that? Okay, well, I need to make sure that's correct. So, a 5-power double striker, and he double blocks, he actually could still trade. And then he's left with 2 3/3s. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play this, pair it. Then I'm going to need like Rancor or something. I don't like not attacking here. It's really unfortunate. but he's actually getting pretty high on his life total. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wait a turn again. Don't like doing this, but I just feel terrible if he gets good incremental lag, like especially if he double blocks and then draws something, as opposed to just drawing something here and I still have this. If he attacks here, yeah, okay. I'm always nervous of the attacking situation. Oh, lands. Could scare him with a charm. No, he might be just as nervous as we are, but whether he realizes it or not, he's definitely in a better position. Okay, that's actually fine. I'm not worried about that at all. Township would be great. Basically anything, but I think just mana lands would be really good here. I was just thinking about that. So I'm just going to attack with everything but my paladin. I expect double block here, or spell. Azor's Charm. Angel. It's pretty good. Azor's Charm on my Grove is a little annoying. Maybe he took him out, I don't know. I wouldn't have taken Azor's Charm out in this matchup, it seems really good. I'm kind of going to go all in on this. So he was waiting for an attack, that's why he hasn't been playing spells. Okay, so a Tusk eats a token, a Tusk eats a token. Okay, so there's always awkward combat scenarios with Temple, because what will happen is if I first strike down this, he does hit this for 3, and then I'm going to lose 2 creatures, so this will actually die. And he's triple blocking anyway, so it's definitely going to die. I think it's definitely more profitable to take out the Angel. Well, I get to take out 2 things, so I'll just take Angel and I guess the Centaur Healer, because he can still blink the Centaur Healers. Yeah, so we're going to do that. Well, actually, I think I might be able to take all 3 out. Looks like 4-1, 3-2. Yeah, okay, so we can take out all 3 of his guys. I don't think it really matters what necessary way we do it. It's not letting me do that. I guess I declared him as first. So if I first strike him down, and I can hit this for 2 and this for 3. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Alright, so he's going to lose everything but his Thragtusk, and we're going to lose these 3. I'll unpair him, and I'll play Grove. Then if I like top deck Rancor, that's just awesome. Doesn't win me the game or anything, but at least it gets me somewhere. It's just very weak to cards like that, or even like a Tamio. I gotta say though, I'm very surprised on how grindy this ended up being. He's saying he thought I had Rootborn Defenses, which he was very nervous about. He would have just gotten blown out. He could get him 5 damage here, I guess. Okay, so this could be a trap with my charm. Or like with charm, like if I block and he has Azor's Charm. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna block 1 with him, and then I'm gonna activate. I don't want to get blown out by a charm. But I mean, honestly, if he has it, I guess he could do it when I attack anyway. But Maybe I'll draw Populate spell. So I'd rather have a draw step. And we don't get it. But I'll at least, at this point I really gotta apply pressure. Okay, so we have a block, and he's got one draw step to do something. But it could easily be enough something. Like a, okay, so I think he drew the land. Because I don't think he played one last turn. And so he's forced to stay back and block. This doesn't do anything. He's got a lot of blockers though. So I attack with both, he chump, trade actually. So I definitely don't want to attack with Silverblade Paladin. There's no profit in double blocking. Oh, I'm gonna get out of combat. So I've got all these cards in my hand, he just doesn't know what they are, and there's lands, and it's working. That's why you sandbag your lands. He's playing around who knows what. Rootborn Defenses and Celestial Charm are the only real things to play around that I can think of that he would consider I could have. I mean, there are other things, but those are the most reasonable ones. Alright, so he has Angel here, which just kind of beats us. So, good games, bro. He's got more than enough power. Well, that was Bant. Ended up being pretty grindy. So, after board with cards like Grove of the Guardian and Pithing Needles, you can grind out your opponents a little bit. His top decks are just that much better than ours. So, we'll be back with the next match.